Hi, and welcome back to the Trucking Scribe. It's Esther. Today we're going to finish up our Father's Day truck journal that we were making. We put some pockets and some tags in it. We have, let me see where I can find it. We've grunged up, done some stamping, and we did some tags and tape. Put some electrical tape, duct tape around it. You can see it on the front. The back has stamping already. It's already grunged up, so your dad or your boyfriend or whoever you give this to, they won't have to worry about keeping it clean. They'll use it. Just tell them it's already ready for them to step on and throw around. I hope you enjoy the video. Thank you and have a great day. Hi, and welcome back to the Trucking Scribe. I am still working on this Father's Day junk journal. It's just brown paper bags and some digitals in here. I'm making it for the men that I know who drive a truck. They throw their stuff around, they get brown steps on them and splatters and everything else. So we're going to do some more stamping today, but this was in the last video, so I wanted to show it in that one in case somebody just wanted to do the quick journal. So it's just a one signature. I've got all these pages. There's a lot of writing space, as you can see. I think I got six truck pages. So here's my middle page, and I just sewed it in. I did sew around this because I know how they get thrown around. Stuff gets thrown around in a truck. So I thought that would help to hold that down, and it caught on both sides. So I did pretty good on measuring. I don't know how much I want to put in here. I did go ahead and cut off or trim some pockets. So I think I want to put, but I don't want to make it so bulky that the man can't get into it. I did go ahead and cut 3 tags, which we're going to glue these down to index cards here in a minute. This is trucker lingo. It's in the kit. I'm also going to put in the kit what these words mean. So you'll have the words, and then you'll have their definition as in trucking language. So I do have some envelopes. I don't know that I'm going to work with them today. I have these, and then I have another set of tags. Since we're going minimal, I'm trying to do minimal. And I apologize, I didn't have this other light on. Let's see. Let me move some of this stuff around. If I move it too far, then I'll forget where I put it. So what I'm going to do first is I have these, and on the tags, because they're not going to go the right direction, I think what I'm going to do is just glue it like this, and then trim them off and make it thicker. Yeah, just because I know it's wasting, but like I said, in this particular journal, I'm trying to go for the lowest profile that I can get. Now, if it's a lady and she likes trucks and she likes really floofy stuff, then definitely make it like that, because I would actually like that too. But at the same time, if I were receiving this as a gift, just with the tags and the pockets I'm gonna put in, or even just like this. So if I got this just like this, I would be thrilled. I mean, you could write so much in this on your road trip. They could take pictures and then print them out and put them in here. If you go on a trip with them, you can do the same thing. So I'm going to show you some paperwork in a little bit after I get this all done that is used in the trucking company, or at least my drivers use it, and I get a lot of them all the time, so it's not like, and like I said, I am just throwing these down. I know I said that about 3 times now. So if this takes too long, I will go and probably cut the video up. Well, no, I want to show you what I'm going to do with the pockets first. So you see that one got some of the page on it, but that's okay because, yeah, like I said, we're not going to give this to them all nice and pristine. Kind of doing, what do you call it, a shabby chic or a shabby truck. And I'm using a trucking magazine. I get these for free. So what I want to do with these is figure out my length. Because I want to leave a little extra to fold those edges over. So right about, I'm looking at this and where it comes down because I want to fold that over. And then the top, I'm just going to, okay, so see, I cut this off. It's going to go in between here and here. So now I need the width of the top because I only want the part of where I am going to be, have my envelope. So this is my envelope, and this is what I'm going to do. First, I'm going to cut that top off so I know where to stop. And this is, you can use whatever on this because they're going to be pockets. You're not going to see it. What I'm trying to do here is give it a little room to expand. So now I'm looking to see where this is going to fit the best and leave room on both sides. So see right here how it's going to fold over like that. So I am really excited about my truck digitals coming out. So now you would just fold that in and glue the little edges. And there you go. Well, you got to cut the tab out. Let me see if this one's big enough. No. I don't particularly like that tab. Didn't work. So just trim it out like that. If you have white spots, you can go ahead and ink it. It don't matter. I was saying in the other video, you don't necessarily need to ink because they're going to make a mess anyway. But then again, if you give it to them and it's already done, you don't have to worry about them making a mess because you didn't make a mess. All right, so this one I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to find where my top is right there. Just kind of line it up, and I'm going to put a little tick mark there. And then here, I can also go ahead and do this right here because I have this extra paper. So I can mark this one right about there, but this I need to mark right about here because I need some to fold over, and this particular one was bigger. So same thing, I'm kind of looking to the front of my card. I want the top to be down low enough. When I do these cuts right here, if you don't know, you probably, if you're new, you may not. Right here is the corner. I'm leaving a little space between the corner and the part that I cut off. And I may have to cut more. It's better to cut more than to cut less. But what it does is it helps you to just fold that over and have a nice corner without all the bulk. And this one could use a little bit more cutting off, so I'm going to trim just a tiny bit. So see how they come together? Didn't do too good a job on that one. So you can use your scissors or you can use a hole punch. Usually I use my hole punch. And if you notice right over here, I actually have some white, so I'm going to ink this one up, and that just covers up that white. So if you're in my Facebook group, you'll see that I have given a freebie to the group, and then they have a special discount code. I see this one here is almost pretty much perfect on size. So I'll fold, actually, now let me cut it out first. because, you know, I like to be straight, but actually on this I don't have to be as straight. So this pocket page is good. I don't know what I did to the other one. So if you have scissors, just cut it out like this. And I don't even have to cut this bottom off because it's not going to be seen either. So again, with my, I don't have big enough pieces to really make this one. So I'm going to measure it. I didn't fold it, unfold it first. So there are little white lines that you can fold these on. If you want to do a ruler or a scoreboard, you can do that. I'm just going to fold them like this time. Sometimes I get brave and I see them being too brave because they're crooked. So now I just want my index card to fit in here. And so the same thing, I'm just going to glue it down. Glue, glue, glue. And you may choose that you don't want to put anything behind it, but I've gotten where I like backing them with something light like this for the pockets. It just helps them to be more sturdy in my opinion. So I'm sticking here. I'm just trying to get up closer to the top. So you can see I have a little 1/4 inch down there. I'm not going to worry about it because it's going to be glued in. I guess because I got glue in there. So that's not punching because I'm not doing this right. Probably is. I still have more pockets that I can put in the journal, but right now I'm not. This one would actually go probably this way and look really good because there's not a truck or a direction. But I'm going to put these to the side because I don't want a whole lot of stuff, but you got a lot of choices to choose from when you start working with this kit. The only things that I really need to do anything with as far as the back are going to be these tags. And I'm just going to knock down some of the white with this. And if you have little spots like that, just keep on going. And as you layer, you won't see them as much. Or like I said, they may get this way anyway. You never know what's going to happen out there on that road. You get in a hurry and you're throwing your papers around, and I've done it too, so I can't say. So, don't know if I said it in this video. I may have said it in another video. With these tags, if your man says, what do I need them for? Now, I'm not going to put ribbon or anything on these tags or even tabs. I'm just going to leave them like this. But you can tell him, write you a love note on it. Give him some pre-stamped and pre-addressed envelopes and tell him to write you a love note and drop it in the mail, because there are mailboxes at truck stops. And they can ask if they don't find it, because they have them. Oftentimes it's right at the front doors. But yeah, so pre-addressed envelope and have the tags ready. So I might go ahead and do the other 3 and put them in there. And then you can just throw it in the envelope and mail it home to you. That would be fun. So I do want to put one of these big pockets right in here. Front page, that way stick stuff down in. So I'm going to glue it down like this. Just put some glue. So the ephemera, like I said, you could have it ready and give it to him. Even every time he comes in, you could give him some new stuff and have the pre-addressed envelopes if he actually sends them to you, and you'll have them ready for him. And then while you're at home, what you can do is you can have your own little journal to hold all these love letters or just whatever letters he sends. Because you could be the mother and your child's sending you stuff. So I need to pull this in just a little bit. It's a bit longer than I want. Yeah. So sometimes you do need to adjust your things, not all the time, but I'm going to cut some of this off because I don't want the bulk. So you can make him a little goodie bag every time he goes out so that he can send you stuff. You know, that I love getting mail, and that would be the coolest thing, is to be receiving stuff in the mail from my husband or my boyfriend, or even like your brother, you know, your sister. It doesn't matter. So, you know, you can stick these up here so he'd be able to find them. And they are they're drying. So just refold them if they're leaning one way or the other. So I was thinking about putting one of these here, maybe two of them on one page, just to give it some more area. But I think I'm going to go in the middle and put it, because these will help give that page structure. But at the same time, if your man is writing and just wants a little scrap piece of paper this brown, you know, he might just flip through there and actually use it. You never know. So this is giving a little extra space in there for the pockets to grow and expand. But I don't think I would do a flip out or anything like that for my man. I think I'm going to leave it just like it is as far as that. If you're making it for a girl and you know that they like frillier stuff, I like this as a kit for me. I like the other one too, but I would definitely use this. So I'm going to put another pocket on the back. So let me see what I have over here. Could put both of these on there. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and can I get it this way? Yeah, I can actually. Just cut off right here. And I do feel like they need pockets because they have the paperwork and stuff, which I'm going to show you in a minute. Look at me. Doing this the wrong way. I'm going to put this on here and let that one dry before I put it in, I think. Maybe not, but I think so. Some things that a trucker might need include pens, pencils, glue stick that they might use, a little flashlight or a bigger flashlight, some gloves. I have a website, thetruckingscribe.com, and on there I have a list of stuff. There's different posts that give you some idea of what you would need to go get started in the thriving world. I have a gift blog or gift one, so you can go over there and check it out. The Amazon links I do get a small commission, so just so you're aware of that. It doesn't cost you anything. If you click through there, I'll get a little back. So these aren't going to be that long because I cut them a little bit longer than I should have, but that's okay. I think we'll still be able to have a little gusset right there. Okay. The reason I'm doing these is because they were a little bit longer. You know, they're a little bit the same size. What would be really cool is you write your man a love letter and put it in here for him to find. You know, and then when he's gone, I'm sure he misses you as much as you miss him while he's gone. Because some of these drivers are out for months at a time. There's some that are home every weekend, every day, but we have drivers that are gone for weeks at a time. In my company, we try not to let that happen for more than like 2 weeks before you can come in home. And we usually try every week, but occasionally we have trips going out to Vegas and California. We don't really have a choice because it takes almost a week to get out there because you can only drive 11 hours at one time. You got to take a 10-hour break. You have to take a 30-minute break every 8 hours of driving. So with the electronic logs these days, you can't really be fibbing on it because the electronic logs keep up with, they're plugged into the truck and it keeps up with what they're doing or what you're doing. So I have pockets here. I think I'm going to go maybe right. Oh, I want to be further than the middle. Do I want it there? Do I want it? This, it doesn't matter. I think I'm going to put these here. So you can do one or you can do two to a page. I want one on that page, still do two on the other one. Do two. What I might do is go back here to the back right here and do this one. I could put it right there. I'm going to put it right there on that side of the brown. So you can keep adding pockets and stuff. But I'm going to leave room for them to write. And don't get upset if they write information like load information, stuff like that, where they just need a quick little note. And they scribble wherever in the book. That's actually that means they're using it. So don't start fussing because they're just putting gibberish on there. That means, you know. So far we're still pretty small. I could take these and just ink them up good, and I can put them in there as little cards for them to write on. And then I won't be wasting them. So see, I'm just knocking off the color. And then I just need a little piece of paper to write on. So if they were to grab the book while they're on the phone, they need something to write with, and they just start writing like load information, where you're picking up, where you're going, all that stuff. Hey, be happy because they're using it. I know that some of us would want to fuss because that's not what the journal is supposed to be for. But you got to remember, men are different than women, which is a good thing, probably. And while they use it and they really love it, they if they have to be too protective of it, then it probably is not going to get used. It'll get put in that closet in the back or in a cubby. I mean, just think, if you're like me, I'm just now getting to where I'm writing in my journal, and it's because I'm doing the Bible study. So before that, I didn't write in my journal hardly at all. In a journal, I have several, like 10 or 15 journals that I bought from other people. And I have one or two that I started with my own. But unless I was going like a trip or something, I don't use them that much. But if I go on a trip, I use it to keep all these nice fun things in. So I'm gonna put these probably. Put one up here. I'm gonna put one in that back pocket over here that I did. Right there. Let me do another one. So, okay. These are just little writing places that the excess index cards that where I cut off and made them thicker. You could stick them in there. You could stick them in on one of the other pages because they are covering up my truck up there. But yeah, can't help it. So I think this is a good start. I do want to show you. So when you driving a truck, a lot of times you have to go on the scales, cat scales, or there's other scales, and you weigh the whole truck. This includes the driver, the freight, and the truck. Has to be under 80,000 pounds. You can have 32 on the back, it's 34, 34, and 12. Yeah. That adds up to 80,000. Anything over that, you get fined unless you have an overweight permit. So, like I said, that does include the person in the truck. I don't know that they're that particularly picky, but they can be. Anyway, when you go in there and you get your ticket, so this is your scale ticket. And there's two of them, so you'll have a carbon copy. It's your scale ticket. It's got your weights right here. You can see that truck was 72,900 pounds and the levels. So then when you open it up, this here is on that back page stuck like right here. So I've been saving these, and since I'm saving them, I'm wanting to tell them, hey, bring me those back. He could put his scale ticket if you wanted it for your memorabilia or just for ephemera. Have them stick that extra copy if you don't need it. Sometimes you need it, but have them stick it in here. And when he writes that love letter to you, tell him to send that scale ticket too. So then you have fuel receipts that you have to keep up with for tax purposes. This little fuel receipt, and put one back here that can go right in here. Stick it in there. Yeah, I done threw my stuff off. I thought I had a big pocket on the back, but I didn't put one yet, so I need to put one for things like this. So what I'm going to do there, see if these are big enough. Yeah, I think that one will work. So I'm just going to cut it out too, like I did the other one with my scissors. And actually, I think I can use one of these pieces that I got over here, one of the smaller ones. Maybe. Not quite long enough. So this one I do want to have some strength behind it because it's going to be a bigger pocket than kind of smaller. So the pockets are a good thing, I think, for a journal like this, or if you're going even on a trip for a trip. I've been working on some trip digitals for my upcoming Ireland trip with my mom and sister and aunts. And it was just basically throw your stuff in here, maybe write down where you went. Okay. So it's not complicated at all. It's just simple. But all the pockets will give them room to put all that little paperwork, and you might buy something at the store for you and you have a place to put it, like a postcard or something. Or, I don't know, there's all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to glue this one right here, and I did try to make it longer. I want it to fit. And that front pocket will also work for this because it's a bigger pocket. So for a truck driver, I think, I wouldn't be putting these driver trip reports in here like this. I'm just doing it so you can see that, these pockets are big enough and they are a place to put stuff. I don't know why that's, I'll trim this a little bit before it gets, and I'm trying to get to where I'm putting these super trucks in with my journals as I send them out. So now this will fit in there just right. You have a little piece of paper like this and just slide it in. There you go. It's a little bit tall, but you got scale ticket in the front, a tag. I did want to show you some of the stamping. I put some in the other journal, but or other video. Real quick, I may try some ground espresso. I'm going to see what it looks like first before I go putting it on. Actually, I wanted some brown paper. That look too bad. So I'm not trying to get this on there all over. I want it to be half on, half off. So you can do stamping and it actually gives it some more dimension without giving it more bulk. So these stamps are kind of like, they make it look dirty already. And I can just keep pressing and put that down. Then I also have this one with the tread marks and dots on it, so it looks like looks like shoe prints. I've seen a lot of those on my paperwork that comes in the office. You wouldn't just, I don't know where they get them from, other than their own feet. So you can go in here and do some of that just to give it already a little bit of a decorative. You can do it on the brown paper, the colored paper, it don't matter. Let's see. I'm not going to do a lot more because there's so much time to be finished with this. Not that I had a specific time, but that looks like little feet. I'll just turn that over. I'm getting more on my mat than I am anyway. So you can put some over here. I don't know about the ground espresso on the front, but we'll put a little bit. Actually, I do like that. We need to put some on the back because I didn't put anything back there. I'm just going to poke in here and pop it down. I'll use this one. So I'm going to try and get up. I hate putting a video every day, but I have my Halloween one coming out on Friday. I really wanted to get these truck ones up for Father's Day. So I don't know. I have started on a Halloween journal, but decided to wait a couple days until it comes out so you can be surprised and see what you think about it. So I need more back here. I'm going to put this right there. And I love these little splatters. I don't generally use these smaller things, but I thought I would try it. I'm doing that, but aggravate me because it keeps turning over. So I'm going to put a few of these on the back. If you get it while it's still wet, it seems like what I'm finding is that hand sanitizer is a good cleaning thing for journals. Journaling. I know it's hard to believe, ain't it? What I need to do is just put me something down so that you can just go through here and throw on some wherever you think might be a good place. Just gives it character. And then it already looks dirty, so your man won't be like, I can't use it because it's going to get dirty. It's too pretty. You know, he don't have to know it's just some stamps. Let's see. I want those on that side. Let me put this right there. But I think I am about done. I do want to show you a few other things that I had. I bought this a while back. All it is like duct tape. I don't know how it's going to work though. Just getting it started seems to be a problem. Let's see what you could do is just take like some of this. I'm going to cut off a decent sized piece. Sticks two fingers and with scissors too. So what I can do is just go in here, stick some tape down just anywhere, make it look used. It's got to be repaired. But this is a good way to use this in a man's journal. Is just stick it on Maybe make it look like it's going around the page. So this is just sticking to itself. I'm going to bring this one down here. That way it has some continuity from that up there. And what I've done, I just have it taped to my desk so I could just pick them up and put it down wherever I want to put it. Because once it goes down, I don't think you're going to, surprisingly, it's coming up. Let me see. I'm going to put this one on both sides. So I have some other colors. I've got some blues. Oh, that's a bright blue. Maybe this one. So I can put some right back here. I like to cut it in half, but it just, that one didn't do too bad. I do have a little bit of the black I want to put on the front somehow. I like it would be better if it went in the middle and cut it off. So that's what I'm worried about right there. Right there. That's all the tape I'm going to stick on here for now. Might change my mind later though. Some other things that you could give a truck driver in particular, either way, man or woman, pens. These little rulers work good when we were doing log books. You could still do another, you could give them a ruler. Those would actually fit like right in here. Pen could just go right there and just clip on. However you want to do that. A flashlight so they can see at night. I'm trying to think of other things right at the moment. I don't think of anything. I'll have to get a list for you. And we'll go over some. That'll be a video. I can go over some truck driver gift ideas. So I hope you enjoyed this little bit of a video. I'm probably going to take a lot of it out. We done the pockets, we did the tags, and really this would be about all I would do for a man driver, unless you know specifically that he likes to write or he likes to decorate. It's just do like this. Just make it already look kind of grungy, and you could grunge up all the pages. I just wasn't going to sit here and do that. So I could put this back here in that other pocket that I had open. I forgot, so that one could go right there. But look how small of a profile that is. You could just throw it in there, stick it in a cubby, and there you go. So if you're new here, it'd be great if you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. If you've been here a while, I would really love, well, if you're new here and you've been here a while, also, it'd be great if you hit that like button and leave me a comment below. You could leave me a heart or a truck, some shoes, flowers, it doesn't matter. Just leave me something so I know you've been here. So you don't even have to say nothing. Just leave an emoji and I'll know you're here and I can go check your channel out if you have a channel. So I'm just putting my little logo right there, which didn't get that much. There we go. So thank you and have a great day.